Dr. Mark Chavez is expected to plead guilty to conspiring to distribute the surgical anesthetic ketamine. He's one of 5 people, including the actor's longtime assistant, accused by prosecutors of fueling Perry's addiction to the drug. That addiction started during therapy sessions for depression and anxiety. Chavez would be the 3rd person to plead guilty in connection to Perry's death in October of last year. Steve Patterson is joining us now with the latest. Steve, we heard from Chavez's attorney before the arraignment. What did he say?
Yeah, Christine, this is one of those cases where what happened sort of around court was much more interesting than what actually happened in court. This was simply a first appearance, a status hearing. We'll hear maybe when an arraignment hearing will be maybe next week or so, and then we'll get a guilty plea then. But as you mentioned, what happened before court, a little bit more interesting because it felt like Chavez was sort of being paraded in front of reporters, wasn't able to speak to reporters, but his attorney was. And in doing so, it felt like they wanted to make him more remorseful, more sort of apathetic. And here's what his attorney said. He said, quote, "My client has accepted responsibility for what he's done, and he's cooperating to the full extent that he's able to with the government help to resolve what happened in this case. My client is incredibly remorseful." We also learned that his license was suspended by the California Medical Board a few days ago. But as part of the bond agreement, the judge specifically said, you cannot practice medicine anymore, specifically telling Chavez that he cannot seek employment in the medical field and he cannot be practicing while all of this is going on. So that's new today. We should hear more about him pleading guilty maybe next week.
Do we know why he struck a plea deal with prosecutors and then what he is contributing to the case?
Yeah, it's like the purest plea deal since the invention of plea deals. It is less time for more information, because it should be said that while Chavez did plead guilty, he is cooperating with investigators, has been essentially for months. He still faces up to 10 years behind bars, but that is far better than what his peer is facing. Dr. Placencia, the other doctor, I should say, listed in this indictment, who is facing more than 120 years. And the information that we have comes expressly from him admitting to sort of this pipeline of how they got the ketamine from where they got it to essentially Matthew Perry, how it ended up in his hands, which was essentially a breakdown of he used to operate his own ketamine clinic, would write false prescriptions. Those prescriptions he would use to send to the other doctor to Perry's assistant, and then Perry's assistant injecting Matthew Perry himself. So sort of a direct timeline and pipeline of how exactly it happened, all of that coming from that plea deal.
What about the 2 people we know who have not pled guilty? What's next for them?
Yeah, these are the 2 people who haven't flipped, which would be Dr. P, Dr. Placencia, as just mentioned, facing more than 120 years in federal prison, and also the so-called ketamine queen, the drug dealer who had that fatal dose that ended up with Matthew Perry on your screen now. Both of them pleading not guilty when these original indictments came down. Both of them have court dates scheduled for next week. Both of them have trial dates scheduled in October, although we are hearing that investigators maybe want to combine that into one trial, and we should learn a whole lot more about that next week.
All right, Steve Patterson. Thank you so much, Steve.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.